Welcome to the Must Love Yarn YouTube
podcast.
Videocast. I'm still going to call it a podcast.
Channel.
YARNCAST.
Yeah. That's probably it.
Must Love Yarn YARNCAST. There we go.
Or the Must Love YARNCast.
Must Love YARNCAST. Oh, God. Yes. Yes. That's going to be the title of our show, too. YARNCAST. So, anyway, welcome. We finally settled on a name for what this is.
Right.
We're going to have to change our coupon code, too, to YARNCAST Pick.
Oh,
YC.
Right.
YCP.
Right. I'm going to leave you in charge of that.
Welcome. We are bringing you this YARNCAST from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont, where we sell most of the things we're going to talk to you about today. And you can find the store on social media as Must Love Yarn. We're pretty much everywhere. World Wide Web, Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook. So come join the fun. See what we're up to. Follow along with the shop on those platforms.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And not only do we sell things here, we also sell them on the
online.
big old internet.
That's right. So we are bricks and mortar and online. So you can find us in both places. And I'm Angela.
I'm Jen.
And you can find me on social media, Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me, I don't know why this is so bizarre. If I just only had one name for everything, that'd probably be helpful. But so you can find me on Ravelry as J Arbuckle and on Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle.
Yep. And as we always say, feel free to follow us on those platforms. Though the Instagram is my personal page, so you'll see a lot of other things beyond yarn stuff. Though lately it's been sort of the running gag of what I'm knitting at baseball, and actually some of the parents and even some of the siblings are now like, what are you working on? What is that?
Yeah.
Who's that? So it's great. I actually might have picked up somebody who was like, my mom used to do that, and I really wish that, and I was like, you can come take a class at Must Love Yarn. And he was like, really?
Oh.
I was like, yes. We teach people how to knit. If you want to come take a class. And he's like, I might.
Yeah.
So anyway, recruiting.
That's right. You never know.
Recruiting in the wild.
To be on guard all the time.
That's right.
Ready to...
That's right. So we like to start this YARNCAST every week with our YARNCAST pick.
To get used to that.
I know, right? YARNCAST pick. And so the way it works is for 2 weeks after the episode airs, so these post on Friday mornings, you can have 10% off online or in store with the code that we'll give you when we get done talking about the yarn. And so we're kind of keeping on our theme of like summer yarns and like knitting for summer, because that's where we are. It's June.
I know. It's hard to believe. I was thinking about it on the way in here. Like, right? It's June, which means that by the end of the month, we're halfway through 2023.
I know. It's like, I
don't know how that's possible. But
crazy. So we're bringing you one that I don't think we've shown for a while. It's another one of our fabulous cotton yarns. And so this is Jody Long Cottontails. It's 100% cotton yarn. And you can see all of our awesome colors that we have here. And it's like a chainette kind of yarn to it. So it's not plied.
It's very soft.
It's sort of that.
As a result of that, it's pretty soft.
Yep. Yeah, it's got kind of a different feel to it because of how it's been manufactured. So these are 75 gram skeins, which
different.
Is... Yeah, 164 yards. So this one's really cool.
I'm holding these up because I think these are some new colors that we've brought in recently.
Little speckly variegated almost.
This is really pretty, this tonal color. I really love that.
Which is really cool. It's like a worsted weight yarn, cotton yarn. So 164 yards for 75 grams.
It has a little tonality to it. So here's a little here. I'm going to move this out of my way here for a second. This super cute little sweater. You can sort of see there's a little bit of tonality to it. It's a little heathery, just barely, but it knits up really nicely. And if you're wondering, this pattern is called Cassidy by Gabrielle Dansk Knit, 2 Ks in the middle of that. And this was, I think, one skein. Yep. Super cute little baby sweater.
It retails for $13.99 a skein, so really affordable, like nice price point for what you're getting, which is a really soft cotton yarn. And if you haven't seen some of the new cotton yarns that they're putting out,
they're so much
these
different
days,
than what you might remember.
So they're not the sugar and spice, like the sort of scratchy,
twiny.
like really twiny, really hard on your hands kind of cottons. Like these are really nice to work with. I've used a number of the different cotton yarns at this point, and it's like night and day. It's almost like knitting with wool, like just how it knits and feels in the hands.
Very soft.
So super soft.
And it also feels like when it's done, like if you buy a cotton sweater online, you get that sort of nice cotton. I forget what it's like washed cotton. It feels like washed cotton when you're done with it.
Really soft.
It doesn't feel like a dishcloth.
Right. And so I think we will make our coupon code. We're going to change the little symbols again because we've decided to call this thing a YARNCAST. So YCP, YARNCAST pick, cotton. Just make it simple. So YCP cotton is the coupon code. For the next 2 weeks, you can get 10% off any of our in-stock colors of the cottontails.
Yeah, and we have pretty good supply of all of those colors I just showed you. So I'm really eyeing that.
I know, right? You can't help yourself.
Right. Like I need another project.
Right,
I've been very good lately about trying to get stuff done.
And so what are you wearing, Jen? I think we both are wearing finished objects.
Yes.
So we got some twofers here.
Right. This is the shawl that I just, or wrap, as I call it, that I just designed for the Seasons of Vermont box. So as you can tell, it's finished. The ends need to be woven in, but it's all blocked.
It's beautiful.
And it's called Unfold Your Wings.
Yeah. Nice.
And despite being made with, of course, I don't have any of the yarn over here because I'm going to grab it quick. It's right here.
Because we have it, so we can show it. It's a nice, it's a mohair and like a boucle.
There's two kinds of mohair. One is the boucle kind of, which is called Luigi's Locks, looped mohair, and then one is a brushed mohair. So they're essentially worsted weight, and this is one of the colors that will be.
Cool.
So this is one of the colors that's in the box. There'll be 5 choices, 5 colors.
Nice.
We have them in the back here. I probably should have pulled them out. So we'll save a little bit to be a little bit of a surprise, but there's a reason there's 5 colors, and they all sort of come together in a way. So you can choose any one of those 5 colors, and you'll get a skein of each of these to make this pattern or to use it for something else. I'm pretty pleased. The lace really shows nicely.
Yeah. It's a nice little summer wrap.
Yeah, or even in the winter to just wrap around
a
lot. This is like you can just pull it around you when you're have a tank top on or a little summer dress or something like that.
You go inside and it's air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. So it is sort of a long rectangular wrap, although of course the ends are a little are not rectangular. But anyway, so and it weighs like nothing. I mean, even though it's a big wrap, it's not like heavy. It doesn't feel like that. It weighs like absolutely nothing. So, and it's so soft and not scratchy at all. And the mohair doesn't, fly around or anything like that. They're really beautiful. So they are. The yarns are from Yellow Dog Farm, which is a local farm to us in South Hero, Vermont. So they were really excited about this project. So
still have stitch markers in my.
Well, I still have the marker here that tells me which is the right side and which is the wrong side. Because when you're knitting on the little triangle pieces of it, it's confusing. So, and when I blocked it, I needed to know. Once you look at it, you can tell. But
yeah, exactly. So
that's what I was wearing.
Awesome. And so I am wearing my Sweetie Tweety sweater. It looks
great.
Done. The ends are not woven in, nor has it been blocked. It's been way too hot to be even thinking about touching this, though it's cool enough today to wear it. So could probably fix that. So for all of the discussion about the color last week, I did go ahead and decide to use the other skein, the darker skein, and then did Jen's suggestion of edging in the lighter, and you can kind of see it on here, but really it's very subtle. I think the doing the one row and the bind off in the color that's the rest of the sweater, I think just really ties it together, and so it looks intentional. It looks like it was done on purpose. I'm very pleased with it. I think it's fine. I will wear it a ton. It does need to be blocked, like with sort of the ribbing and stuff. It and the shawl collar, they really need to be blocked because it's kind of,
it's pretty good though.
It's not too bad.
Blocked.
But it's just oversized enough to like where I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be super fitted, but it's not too oversized, right? Like there's a balance there sometimes. So this is a DK weight sweater. The yarn is from Woolens and Nosh. It's her DK tweed in the right there
eggplant.
It goes. It's not eggplant. It's I think I have the tags.
It is a good name. I can't remember what it's called. Purple.
Fig.
Oh, fig.
Fig colorway. I was like, I know it's vegetable fruit related, but which one? It's not eggplant. Fig. It's a fig colorway. So super fun. I did, when I was hemming and hawing about how many skeins I had, I know I had 6. Because when I start a project, I always enter the total number of skeins into Ravelry that I start with. And so Ravelry says 6. So I was skating right on the edge of that yardage, and I did make the sweater longer. So that's why I was running shorter.
I was going to say, did you end up with just under a full skein between the two colors?
I haven't weighed them.
Yeah, because you have leftovers in both.
I do have leftovers of both.
Yeah. You may not want to know whether you could have maybe gotten that color out of it.
Yeah, I don't really want to know at this point. Like, I'm pleased with the way it turned out. I'm pleased with the decision, and it works. But I did have 6 because I did go back and check my Ravelry page. And that's one advantage of tracking your projects through Ravelry. And if you do it like that, then you know how much yarn you started with.
Yeah, you convinced me a long time ago, so I'm pretty good about when I start a project putting the information in there, because it
really helps.
Because then at the end, all you have to do to be done is throw some photos up and edit the number of skeins or how much yarn you used, and you're done.
Exactly.
Maybe put some notes in there if you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. So I think, for both of us, those are both finished objects as well. So we've kind of hit 2 of our categories.
Yeah.
But our mannequin here, our lovely mannequin, is wearing
a brand new,
not even, by the time this airs, it will be released out. So this is Oak Ledge. It's a sweater that was designed by Ariana Soloway. She's our store manager here, but is a pretty active designer, pattern designer. She's done a number of different ones. We've showed them on the podcast before, but this is her new one, and it is a sweater made out of the bud, the juniper moon bud yarn that we showed last YARNCAST. So these are the 3 colors that she used for this sweater. She did
3 skeins of white and 1 each of the other 2.
Yep. So sort of a simple color block. This is a bulky weight yarn, but it is a cotton.
Yeah, and it's really great. It's knit at a nice gauge, so it doesn't feel super heavy, even though it's a cotton bulky weight sweater. And it's a super fast knit. I think she designed and knit it in 9 days or something like that.
It's knit on 9s and 10s. Yeah. So it's right up Jen's alley for types of sweaters.
It's one of those perfect cotton sweaters for the summertime, I think.
Yep. Absolutely. So by the time this airs, the pattern will have been released for just a few days. So again, it's called Oak Ledge.
It's $5 to start.
$5.
But she's going to offer 50% off.
Yep.
With the discount code MLY podcast, because she doesn't know we've changed the name.
We didn't know. Right. So we'll just keep that one at MLY podcast. So 50% off to get this pattern.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ariana.
Fun. I was thinking that we did the discount on this yarn in 2 locations. So if you go read our newsletter or sign up for our newsletter,
you could still get a discount.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, I can't remember what I called it in the newsletter, the discount code. I feel like it's NL Bud, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I could look it up real quick
We
to
could.
tell people so they could still take advantage if they want to knit that sweater.
Mm-hmm.
So let me look that up real fast for you guys.
I think that's what it was.
That sounds right. And is that one still active?
Yeah, it's good for the month.
NL Bud.
Yeah.
So
pattern and sweater.
Yep. There you go.
Because I was going to thinking, and actually we did this a couple podcasts ago. I was thinking it was last time.
Yeah.
The last time was the local yarn shop.
Yep.
Yarn. So, and we saw a couple people take advantage of that, which is awesome.
Awesome.
So.
Hopefully you guys found some colors you wanted, or you had your eye on it and it was the discount. You were like, oh no, I'm going to do it.
Right. Exactly right.
Which is how I am. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't think so. Oh, it's on sale? Okay.
Right. Exactly right.
Let's talk about that one.
Sorry, one more finished object. We have all kinds of things to show today.
I know.
So you guys remember that we talked about this yarn from Noro, Akari, which we have in solid, tonals, I would call them. And then we also, which is called Akari Solo. And then we have this multicolored skeins in 4 different colorways that are just Akari, A-K-A-R-I. And so we have a shop sample that I think Ariana knit up quickly a few weeks ago. So this is the Gusty by Laura Ayler pattern. So it's a really cute little bandana knit. I like the fact that it's got the little, you could either turn the collar over or leave it up. So
it uses one skein.
Yeah, it's a great pattern for any sort of multicolored skein, but really nice in this with the long repeats. It creates those beautiful stripes.
Yeah, it's almost like the pattern was designed for this yarn.
Yeah. Yep.
And it probably was. I haven't looked at the pattern, but maybe it was. And now that I'm saying that, who knows?
Right. Anything's possible.
Come to our YARNCAST where we're always surprised.
That's right.
I know some days not done research.
We share a lot of information. And actually, I don't even know if this will work, but just in case, this is the QR code for
we'll also
pattern.
Put a link in show notes,
which might be
which
easier.
is the other thing that we do when we talk about stuff, so you can find it easier.
That's right. Yes.
Cool. So I have one more finished object.
Awesome.
Yeah. So socks are done. For everybody that watched last time, they're done. They did not get done with baseball.
Stupid people scheduling the baseball games.
Yeah,
Canceled
so one of the games during the Baseball Palooza week got canceled.
Little did they know that there was quite an effort involved.
There was a competition, and trying to be true to what we talked about on the podcast, I was not working on these outside of baseball. So I stuck it to baseball. This stitch marker right here is where I made it through the baseball. So if that other game hadn't been canceled, I think I would have done, because that's just the toe, and that didn't take very long at all.
You might have had to sit in the stands for an extra 10 minutes to finish off the toe.
Right, or not leave quite as quickly.
Right.
But the socks are done. Yay!
Awesome. They're so pretty.
Thank you. I like them a lot.
They're good with that sweater.
I know, right? Do I have color palette?
It's funny because they're not actually the same color, but they look nice with it.
They do complement each other.
Yeah.
I could have worn these today, but I have passed my days of being excited about lifting my feet up onto the podcast to show socks. So I will just show them to you here. I did, though, as I was threatened to do, cast on a hat.
Oh.
So this has become my new baseball project. And it looks small because it's a sock head hat, and so they pull in. So you can see I'm getting a little bit smaller stripes. Yeah. Because it's a larger circumference. Yeah. But this is a hat, will probably be for Abigail if she wants it. So it's stretchy enough. Just got into the knitting the stockinette portion. So there's just a lot of that to knit. Yeah. And then you're done. So again, a good project for walking around, just can pick it up and put it down. And so this is the progress since the...
Awesome.
Yes, I did. I have to take this out. I feel like there was some issue and I had to like rip out part of this already, so I lost a chunk of time with having to redo. And I twisted.
Oh no.
I twisted the cast on. That's what happened. I was like, I know there was something. I got to about like this part, so I had like 3 or 4 stripes in, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's twisted. Can't really fix that. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to,
You can steak.
have to rip this out.
On a ribbing.
I ripped it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Nope, not worth it. So I might be even further if I hadn't had that.
You'd be almost done.
I would be almost done. So that was fun. That made me say a few bad words. It has, and the last one I twisted was a neck wrap and had like 400 or 500 stitches, so I'm not surprised. But because it was a cowl, I just left it twisted. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Hat matters.
Yes.
Can't have it twisted.
Unless you make it into a headband, because then you can have like that twist in the front.
I wasn't far enough along, and so I ripped it out. That was also some parade knitting, and just like, so it just really, I lost so much time with that mistake, because then I discovered it, and I was in the middle of watching the parade.
You were cranky about it.
And I was cranky, so I just put it aside instead of trying to. Anyway, it was not a happy camper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it happens.
That's right. As I always say to folks when I'm teaching them to knit, sometimes it's good to knit a 1/2 inch back and forth. And then, and then join, because that just happens randomly. But especially for like that 400 or 500 stitch thing like that.
Oh, that was
there's
crazy.
No question that I would definitely. You have to be careful to make sure you're because knitting in the round obviously is different than knitting flat. Right. So you have to follow the directions and sort of translate them a little bit. But to then join it when you've got, your tail is always long enough to join up that little bit at the beginning, and just having a little bit of fabric, at least you can keep everything going.
I think if I was to knit that particular cowl, it was a long cowl that was meant to wrap a couple of times or leave loose. I might do that, or just know that it can tolerate being twisted. So I
for something like that, it can be like an infinity cowl, and
that's kind of what it.
Sometimes it's done by design. So
I meant to do that. I still don't know how I twisted. Like with hats, I can't even remember the last time I twisted stitches like that for hats.
It's just a small thing,
and I feel like.
But again, it's just a little bit.
I feel like it may have gotten twisted on itself during that first row, like that it was fine, and then something I don't know. Who knows?
Well, no one ever does it intentionally.
I know. That's true. That's true.
So you never quite know in the end after, because you never notice, and then you're like, wait.
You're like, that's not right.
If I had noticed, I would have fixed this.
Supposed to be doing that. Right. So that was.
Yeah, that's not.
Also, when like you're rushing, like I was rushing trying to get the project started.
Yeah.
Because the casting on part and like the first row is generally you don't want to be super distracted. Yeah. So, it's partially of my own making, because.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
You're gonna swear a little bit, and you're either gonna take it out or you're gonna leave it, or you might throw it across the room and then pick it up a couple days later.
I took it out and restarted it and was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also, because I'd like to use that yarn. It's a really nice yarn.
Yeah.
And if
you have enough to do a whole hat, do you think?
Oh, I should.
Sock head though, it's a big one. Or is it be a little more like a beanie instead of the? Oh yeah.
I have quite a bit of yarn.
Yeah.
So, and it's for a smaller size.
Yeah.
So it's for like tween sized, or young adult size. So, and these were short socks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
How's
I'm doing good.
Going?
I between last time and this time, I was doing the whole middle section of this, so I had to do that first, and then, but I'm getting there. It's definitely.
Me too. I'll show mine.
There. Yeah.
That's the other project I've been.
So I'm down towards the increases at the bottom, so I'm getting.
Oh, close. I'm at the knit straight.
Yeah. I'm only like a couple rows away from that, so.
And if I was supposed to knit 11 inches. I might be pretty close. I might make mine a little longer though, because I have plenty of yarn. Yeah. I know for sure I have plenty of yarn. But I really like the way this is knitting up.
Yeah, it's cute.
Like color variations that I'm getting with the gray.
Oh, it's interesting. When I hold it up now, I can see it. I wondered a little bit.
Is that where you change skeins?
I think so. Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't bother me actually, because there's enough dark elsewhere.
Yep.
But I did look at it the other day, and of course, like it's darker up at the top again. So I did look at it the other day, and I thought that, of course, that's usually nighttime when I'm knitting on it. So
mine too.
Yeah, it is definitely darker. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It may also blend out a little bit when I wash it, because I imagine it's going to bleed a tiny bit.
So mine is the Huasco Cotton Kettle Dyes from Araucania. In the coconut ice colorway. So I picked
available
up
in store.
In store, yep, 2 skeins. So each skein's 481 yards. So I think it's technically a light fingering versus regular fingering. So I have way more yarn than I need for the sweater. So that's why I can make it longer. I mean, this is my second skein, and I still have a ton, and I'm approaching the bottom stuff. So.
And mine is Dragonfly Fibers Dance Rustic Silk.
Yeah.
Bought at Rhinebeck. I don't even know, quite a few years ago.
Yeah. Their yarns are so gorgeous.
Yeah. So it's a silk noil, and it's 450 yards and 4 ounces. So I also have plenty. Although, yeah, we're definitely getting there.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, it's definitely, the second one's definitely darker.
Yeah.
So if I had been a good person,
you would have alternated.
I would have alternated, but I don't care. It's fine.
I mean, it's that color block style is actually kind of in, and so that's
and it's also not really. It is pretty subtle, and there's enough dark at the top. Like, see how it's dark at the top as well.
You may not even notice it when it's on.
Yeah.
Some of those, like, it's subtle enough, or it'll look like it was meant to gradate. Yeah. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is it's going to look intentional when it's on.
Yeah, and I think as I said, there's enough dark spots. Plus, as I said, when I wash it, I think the color will probably shift a little bit. That's been my experience a little bit with Dragonfly sometimes before. So, but anyway, so I've been very focused on that. I want to.
Me too.
My goal is still June 14th. So,
I think we'll get done.
Yeah.
Should we? We should do another contest.
Before I go to Tampa.
Does Jen get done? Is she done by June 14th?
Mm-hmm. This is all I'm knitting on from now until it's done.
Actually, let's change it up a little bit. What should Jen knit when she's done?
Oh, well, I already have.
Oh, you already have things lined up. Okay.
Well, I really would like to go back to the whore t-shirt and take that apart and redo that. And so I actually will need a mindless knit with me when I'm in Tampa. So I'll probably, hopefully, be able to recast that on and get that to a point. So we'll see.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Otherwise, I might use the gray yarn that I bought in DC to make a tank, but I was kind of thinking that one might have like a lace panel in the front, so that's a little bit less mindless, unless it's an easy lace pattern.
So I think I've decided what yarn I'm gonna knit the next pair of socks with. Once I get that hat done. So this is the latest installation in Michelle's sock club. I think they're full, but you can get on the wait list. So if people decide they don't want to participate anymore, then she pulls from the wait list. So this is the May Yarn Club color. It's called Pennants, Pinwheels, and Popcorn.
I saw it the other day. It's really pretty.
It's so gorgeous knit up. Like, and I will say this with a lot of her yarns. In the skein, it's beautiful. But when it's knit up, it's even more gorgeous. There's something about her colors and the way she does it. So I figured this is a beautiful summer yarn, like great for socks. Will be a fun travel project. And so when I get done with that hat, this is the next thing up. So for travel knitting, because there's still going to be lots of travel knitting and lots of more baseball.
This is it, and right? No, that's not.
No,
it.
That's.
I'm not in her feed yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There we go. That's it is.
Yeah, that's it. Super gorgeous.
So
fun.
Beautiful rainbowy.
Yeah.
Bright.
Lots of yellows. Yeah, like I love the yellows and like the multiple shades of yellow in it. So what I think I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to do the cuff in this teal or aquamarine, turquoise. Knit a tube down, do the toe, and then come back and put an afterthought heel in with the teal for the both of them.
Yeah.
So I may knit one long tube, so it's like the cuff and then a whole tube and then the other cuff, and then come back and do the toes. But I think I'll do the toes in this stripy color, so I may just knit my two.
Well, that way you'll know,
socks.
like you can do the cuffs and then the heels, and then you can do the toes last, and you'll know what you have.
Right.
Left.
So I think
because if you have like a tiny little nubbin of that left, and you just want like one stripe across the toe,
I could do that too.
Yeah,
so I think I won't be putting heels, regular heel flap and gusset heels in those. I'll do an afterthought heel just to keep the stripe sequence. Her yarn does really well. But I'd like to just keep the stripe sequence going down the foot because it's a fun enough colorway. So so that's up next. And then I still have like the other mini Sunset Boulevard tank that I need to take care of, though the 6-year-old's attention span is not all that long, so she's already moved on. But I keep seeing the yarn there, and I'm like, I gotta do that.
Right.
Gotta do that one.
Yeah, that's a quick knit too, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So I think that one will be up once I get this thing done, which I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
And so then I can knit that other little tank real quick and then figure out what's up next.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's there's so many things. I am focused on summer things though, for sure, especially because I have this trip coming up in June, and then I'll be on vacation in the early part of July again. So I think if I'm making one or both of those summer tops, then by the end of summer they'll all be done, and then next year I'll be ready to go.
I know, part of me is like, I think
I'm going to have this one though for this summer, which is exciting.
Right. So I think I'm going to cast on another sweater, but if we get somewhere hot weather like we did, I cannot, like, trying to finish the shawl collar on this, and it was just starting to get warm. Draped all over me was miserable.
Yeah.
I almost set it aside, and I was like, no, I'm going to get this done.
Yeah, we don't believe in AC up here in the North country. I shouldn't say we, because many people do. I don't have AC, and so
we have window units, but they haven't gone in. So
the temperature, it just needs to steady out, because the reality is that we've just had these wicked extremes. It's like in the 90s.
It was 90s, and I was like 55.
Yeah, yesterday and today has been like in the maybe 60s, 70 if you're sitting in the sun.
Right.
So it's just a little bit more balance would be something, and I feel like, and it's been cold at night. I will say this: the blessing of those hot days this week was that it was chillier at night. It went down into the 60s at night, so it was pleasant. Unlike in the heart of the summer when it's 90 all through the night. I can't deal with that, but anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to take a look at my simmering pile actually isn't really that long.
That's all me.
But I think I need to update my casting on pile and list here and figure out what for sure I'm doing. These couple of sweaters are going to probably put on hold till the weather cools down a little bit. So I'm going to find some other things to work on. It's also a time of year where I feel like I do a lot of hat knitting because they're so small.
Yeah.
And they're quick, and I just set them aside and I use them as gifts, or I donate them, or whatever. So that's good. So we do have summer classes are up on. We've added a number of classes for over the summer.
Couple.
Yeah.
We don't usually do them in the summertime, but we have a couple.
But we just decided, hey, why not? Let's see.
A couple crochet classes and one
and
summer
the kids'
sweater.
camps are up there. That's something that's new and kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So that's good. We have Worldwide Knit and Public Day, which is June 10th.
Tomorrow.
Which is really weird to say because for us it's like next weekend. But yep, tomorrow, June 10th.
Bring your chair and a picnic and your knitting and crocheting or whatever crafty thing you do.
Exactly.
11 to 3. 11
and
to 2.
I am
what we said.
not entirely sure that I'm going to be able to be here.
I'm only here for part of it. Truthfully, I'll be here a little bit in the morning, but then I have appointments in the afternoon.
I might be able to pop in for a little bit, but we've had some schedule shifts related to baseball, and some things have been added to the baseball schedule.
Oh, like you needed more baseball.
Parents are a little cranky.
Yeah.
Because
predictability is
we
key.
all thought that we were done. Like, we thought that this Saturday was like it, and apparently it's not. So, or yesterday for like a week, whatever. So I think that I have some more things happening that I'll try to do my best to pop in, but I may not be able to.
Yeah.
So we shall see. But it'll be available, and there's some stuff going on related to that. The box will have released.
Seasons of Vermont, we're hoping to do next Friday.
Yay, on the 9th. Yeah. On the 9th or the 15th?
The 9th.
The 9th. So the day this airs, the box will be releasing at noon.
Hopefully. Yeah, we have a lot of the parts here. We're just waiting on one thing. So, and I've actually drafted the pattern, which is exciting.
Amazing.
So a couple pictures and finish that up.
Awesome.
And a whole week ahead of time. It's kind of crazy.
We've got the Great Northern Yarn Haul is coming up July 7th to July 31st. That has been
taking some of my other time.
Yep, so keep an eye out for announcements about that. There's a great lineup of yarn stores. It's a good way to travel around, see some stores throughout the Northeast.
And some farms. We have a lot of
farms, and support, local businesses.
Yeah.
It's really good.
July 7th through the 30th. There's info on our Facebook page.
Yep.
Not ours, on the Great Northern Yarn Haul. Sorry, I have multiple.
There is a Facebook page for the Great Northern Yarn Haul, and that's where to find a lot of the details and information for things that are going on.
Yeah.
We will be having a trunk show on July 8th as a part of that with Dirty Girl Yarns. So Heidi Forsch will be here with her stuff. We have some of her yarn and roving and shop right now.
We've been selling some of it, so
to come see. She'll bring us more.
Yeah, right.
But she's going to come bring her stuff. She does really fun sort of art yarns that she hand spins. They're very creative, very much like nothing we've seen anywhere else. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then she also has roving for those of you who are spinners that also is really gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful colors, beautiful big braids of roving. They're really lovely.
Absolutely. And then again, if you missed it last time, we made the announcement for you to save the date for March 21st to March 24th, 2024. Unwind Retreat is coming back.
Time to unwind.
Time to unwind. Time to unwind. March 21st to March 24th.
Right.
So we anticipate opening registration for that probably in the fall.
Yeah, so there'll be more information dribbled in over the summer as we finalize a few last things. And then, of course, we'll be talking about it a lot.
Yep. So save those dates. Block those dates out so you can come hang out with us. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it will be great.
So let's see. What else do we got here? A few alongs. The Flux along is still going. We moved the date to June 14th. Let's see if Jen gets her sweater done. See if I get my sweater done. Maybe.
Well, clearly you're a little bit more ahead of
That'll
me,
be like a first, right? If we both get our stuff done for an along.
Right.
We'll be doing another one. I don't know what yet. I haven't gotten that far. Make a suggestion. Maybe that should be our prompt for this go around. Make us a suggestion of what you guys want to do for an along.
Right.
And
could be a pattern, could be a theme, could be
yeah. Maybe it's a crocheted fanny pack. Right?
That's cute.
Who wants to crochet a fanny pack with me?
Is that on your list of things to do?
It is.
Oh.
There's actually a reason for it.
I'm sure.
Somebody threw down at a baseball game, and so now they're getting one. Because I will. So, you want to crochet a fanny pack with me? Let me know. We can make it all along. I'm down with that.
I will not be participating, but I am happy to comment as things happen.
That's the crochet granny fanny bag. If anybody is interested, you can find it for free. It's a Yarnspirations pattern. So, yeah. Come crochet with me. It will be fun because you know what happens when I crochet. I always have stories.
That's right.
Because I don't do it well.
That's right.
So it's going to be exciting.
Have you made granny squares before?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
see, there you go.
Well, I was.
Oh, right, you were
the
doing that blanket.
of Calm.
Yeah.
This is just a bigger version of Blanket of Calm.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Everything could go wrong.
Did you finish that blanket?
Oh God, no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
I was trying to in my brain to picture.
Those are little tiny squares on fingering weight yarn. You need like 400 of them.
And then you have to hitch them all together.
And then you have to hitch them all together. Yeah. No. I'm going to give this one a whirl, and then maybe I'll start doing bigger granny squares, and we'll see where we're at.
Well, plus you could.
Do big ones and then line them with the small ones.
Yeah.
So.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Count how many little ones you have, and then.
I have quite a few.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. It's not like I don't have lots of like random yarn laying around to.
It's an heirloom blanket.
Right. We'll take for it's a lifetime project.
Right.
Lifetime achievement project.
That's right.
In crochet.
Right. Right.
But, yeah. So come. I don't know. Fanny along with me. I don't know. What do we call this? Is that appropriate? Probably not.
Well, depending on it's fine. There are
For our
worse
international
choices.
friends, I apologize in advance because I understand that's not an appropriate word in other places.
Oh, okay.
Even though I think it's fine here. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. You learn something new every day.
I'll link to this pattern in show notes, guys.
Just in case.
Yeah, in case you want to. Let me just make a note because I will forget. Because that's the way it's going these days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's all I got.
I know. Yeah.
We're pretty efficient this time.
We were efficient this time.
We have a hard deadline, so
We
we're
do.
kind of keeping an eye on that as well.
Because we're podcasting on Sunday instead of Monday.
Yes. And we got to open the store.
Yes, we do. Yes.
So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for this a little bit shorter podcast. Oh, YARNCAST. God.
It's going to take a long time to change the name in your brain.
YARNCAST.
That's right. So pick up your gear and come join us tomorrow.
Yes.
Out on the lawn.
10th.
So far, the weather looks good.
Mm-hmm. It does.
We'd love to have you. And take a look at the Seasons of Vermont box.
Yeah.
As I said, we have the yarn. We have a really beautiful bag that Joan Fitzhugh is making for us. Drink recipes, the all-important drink recipes. And we have more wool wash, and I think we have a few little notions to fit in the little notions case. Teeny tiny scissors. We found some teeny tiny scissors. We did, yes. And they fit inside the little box.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah. Ariana can find anything. I know. And I forget what else is in that box besides the sweet things.
Stitch markers?
Oh, stitch markers. We do have really cool stitch markers that Maddie made for us. So,
Awesome.
yeah. A fun collection of stuff,
Awesome.
as always, with a little bit of a June-specific theme.
Amazing.
Yeah. So,
Amazing.
and, fun yarn.
So come pick your favorite color of the rainbow.
That's right. Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
Alrighty.
we will see all of you soon.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow for Worldwide Knit and Public Day. Or if not, hopefully we'll be back in a couple of weeks. I think Jen and I will have to take a quick look at our schedules.
If I had access to my calendar, I would be happy to look at it, but I can't.
We can't actually look right now to sort out the next one. But we will do what we need to do to make stuff happen. So,
yeah.
So we will see all of you real soon.
All right.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.
Session or whatever.
Welcome to the Must Love Yarn complaint.
Complaint division. Here I am with my
We have
ends.
We have wens.
ends not woven in at all.
Neither do I. I've carefully assembled my
I figured
here
I
too.
was doing festival style, right? When you're just not quite done, things aren't totally finished, hasn't been blocked, but
Yes.
knitting's done.
Yeah, I feel like we're a little off kilter.
We
here.
probably are. I
Here,
think
I'll just...
that I don't know what's happening with my hair. Like it is Sunday morning.
I need you to take some pictures of this thing before
Absolutely.
you leave. So.
Absolutely. Happy to do that.
So I actually sort of did my hair a little bit.
Nice.
Oh boy.
I showered.
I did too.
So I feel like I'm winning with the showering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was maybe going to have Abigail with me.
I forgot about that.
But she didn't get up till 9:30. I managed to feed her a 2-egg omelet, which I've never seen that child eat as fast as she took down that omelet. We didn't get home till like 10 o'clock last night. Baseball.
That's why she needed her sleep.
Yeah. And her brother was there. So anyway, they're at home.
Alone?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No.
John is off doing something.
Baseball.
No, more baseball.
His own baseball.
His baseball.
Yeah, no, they're fine. They're super responsible, and
yeah,
it's
only for a couple hours.
For a couple of hours, and it's,
that's the age, right? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I was like 12, and my sister was 8, maybe a little bit younger than that when they left us alone for a couple hours here, and like after school. Yeah, we were left alone for a little while before my parents got home.
Yeah, they don't latchkey because
there are other places.
They have other places to go, and my husband works from home, so
I feel like we just need to.
Maybe we can fix it.
I feel like you're hanging off the edge, and I have more space than I normally do, but there, I want you to be fully involved.
Is that no? I think it's the other way.
No, I think it's perfect.
Is it better?
Now
Okay.
It's completely centered.
Okay.
Sorry,
no, it's. Yeah. No, they're and William is super responsible.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And they do fine. So.
Yeah.
They were more than happy to be able to stay home and just like watch some shows and hang out. They were both pretty wiped.
Yeah. It's a long day.
Yeah, and baseball under the lights. So, Little League, when the game starts at 6, they can't start an inning after 8 o'clock unless they're playing under the lights. So when they're playing under the lights, nobody's motivated to like wrap up a game.
Because it's nice out and
It was not nice out. It was very cold.
Oh.
Last night.
It did get chilly, yes. I've lost track. This week has been so bizarre.
It was in the low 50s, maybe upper 40s.
That's true. I shut all the windows last night when I was sitting on the couch because I got cold at home inside my house.
Yeah, it was not pleasant out last night at all. I'd love for us to split the middle. Like the 90-degree game was a little over the top, and the 50-degree game is a little over the top. Like, can we have something in the middle, please?
Yeah, 75. It's perfect temperature.
Is it too much to ask? It's June.
I was going to say, actually, when I was at my niece's soccer game yesterday, it was like late afternoon, 3:30.
Yeah.
And to like 5:30. So it was kind of perfect because...
Right, that was like the good spot.
It was in the
that
sun.
Was the sweet spot.
It was warm in the afternoon, but not hot. Yeah. So long pants and a sweatshirt, but pleasant. And home before it got cold.
Yeah. So we all rolled into this game about 6 because the game started at 7. People had to be there at 6.
Yeah.
From that afternoon of like, oh, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
And,
not enough layers. You could have worn your new sweater.
No, I know. I was. It's weren't woven in. I was okay because I knew it was going to get cold, and I had thrown some stuff into the car. But it was cold.
Yeah.
Not pleasant.
Yeah.
My fingers were very cold knitting.
Yeah.
My hat.
I didn't knit very much. It's hard to watch a soccer game. I find there's too much action because they're like running around all the time. Like,
baseball's good because the cadence and the speed is a little slower.
Yeah.
And you can just
you only care when like your own kid is
up to bat, right?
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
Soccer.
My niece played the entire game, so it was hard.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, she's she's a good player.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, league play, not school play. So all of this is designed to get her on the team she wants to be on in school next year.
Awesome.
So it's a whole summer full of soccer coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, the week, between the weather and some bizarre stuff. We had computer problems all over the place in our office last week. It seems like it's crazy. It's just so frustrating. We had some sort of like emergency shutdown of the entire computer system across the whole company.
Wow.
Because there was some fishing expedition thingy that someone
Someone opened on
So that was
accident.
exciting.
Yeah,
So you're
that's-
like in the middle of doing things, and all of a sudden there's like messages flashing at the screen like, enter your password now. And when you enter your password, it doesn't work. And so, yeah, super exciting. I was just telling Ange that on Friday, one of the fallouts of this was that I couldn't get into Microsoft on my phone to read my email and do everything. And so they were trying to fix that. And then they decided to shut the whole entire thing down at 4:30 on Friday. And without any, like, we were working through it. And then I feel like there was an integral email, like, this is your new password, that did not come through before the thing got shut down. So now I have nothing. I have no idea what my schedule is tomorrow at work. Awesome. I mean, I know, I remember things, but it's amazing how much you
don't remember.
Like all the meetings, like I remember, we have a meeting at 8:30. We have a new guy coming tomorrow morning. We have stuff whose computer has not arrived yet. So
that'll be fun. Yes. Well, but he wouldn't be able to get into his computer even if it had arrived.
Well, his would probably work. I'm the only one who is now locked out. I'm not an important person. I'm just one of the people who owns the company. Anyway, awesome.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Fun times. Well,
it's been a very peaceful weekend.
Did you get power outage and internet outage
when the
truck fire?
Yes,
on
I did.
Route 7.
Yeah. So I had been up late that night because it went out at like 11:30. Did you?
We lost our internet,
but not your power. So at 11:15, the lights. I was reading in bed, so I was actually all the lights were out. But this was one of the very hot nights, and all of a sudden the fan stopped, and I was like,
"What?"
Because I was reading on my phone, so it was dark except for my phone, and my phone was charged, so it didn't go out.
Yeah.
But I was like, why is there no fan? I'm not comfortable. I would like the fan to stay on because my bedroom was warm. So anyway, it came on like half an hour later.
Yeah, we were far enough away that it didn't affect our power, but our internet was out till like 10 or
apparently some guy saw that this truck
was sparking.
Gas truck was sparking, and so
managed to pull the guy to stop.
I don't understand how they got him to stop.
Well, flashing lights, or he might have pulled around in front of and like slowed down. Anyway, so he got the gas truck to stop, so the driver could get out, and literally he got out of the truck moments before the entire thing exploded. Like Hollywood kind of stuff.
Very close to where I live, and two of my colleagues from work, one lives literally like on Quaker Road, right behind Dakin Farm, and so she, was up.
Felt the explosion.
She did, and she was up for like 4 hours that night because there was like police and just first responders, and then another guy who lives closer to where I am. He's like a fire chaser. I was teasing him on Friday because he was like, "Did you? I got up and I went over there." I was like, "What?
Why?"
This is like the third time this has happened.
Well,
some version of this.
Really crazy on that stretch of Route 7 this year.
Yeah, because the other accident 2 weeks ago, which unfortunately someone died in, and then like 8 months ago maybe there was a fire at the Vermont Studio Furniture, which is very close. It was between where he and I live, and so I was gone that weekend. So I came back, and it doesn't really look a whole lot different. But anyway, it's so now it's a big joke. He gets up and he drives over there. I was like, really?
Yeah, no, that was pretty wild.
I didn't even notice I didn't have internet because the fan came on. Like the power was really quick. They shut the power off very quickly before the explosion. Thank God, because he was right on the highway next to all the power lines.
Yeah. And it burned like both sides of the road.
Yeah, I haven't driven through there yet.
It apparently damaged the asphalt and just
the hot fire
mess.
Yeah. But then I kept getting messages in the morning that Xfinity was working on my internet. I was at work already.
I noticed when I got up because like I don't have cell service in my house, so I don't have internet. Like I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, okay, I'm leaving. My husband works from home, so he was like, well, that was fun.
Right. Let's go mow the lawn.
There's like one room in our house where you can get like maybe 1.5 to 2 bars, and you can kind of like with your phone off, like almost out the window. So
that's about what the amount of coverage I have in general is like 2 bars, maybe tops. But it's pretty consistent throughout the house.
Oh, so. Yeah, ours is not. Like, if you're downstairs, you get, like, the no service. Like,
if I'm pacing back and forth, which I often am when I'm on the phone, then I sometimes will have to force myself to sit still. But yeah, the joys of country living.
I know, right?
Although I will say this, there is a dead spot in the hollow, and I was talking to someone the other night on the way home, and I think they might have fixed that, because I drove through there, and I didn't. Usually, people just drop, like I just drop the conversation, and then I pick it up when I get back up to my house.
Are you AT&T or Verizon?
AT&T. But I've dropped there almost all the time.
I'm Verizon, and I think I still drop. I'll check it though the next time I go through.
Anyway,
it's the same spot.
I told him I'm going to lose you in like 5 minutes, and
then he didn't go.
And then we just kept talking, and I was shocked. Yeah. Maybe I picked up some random cell phone booster person.
Maybe.
Drove through the neighborhood.
Who knows? Who knows? Well, anyway. I feel like we should do the comment giveaway in this section, because I think that's... Okay. So you guys would have already heard that while I did finish my socks, here they are.
Was there enough baseball, believe it or not?
I did not finish them by the deadline we were talking about. That stitch marker right there is where I got done for baseball. So we had like one game got canceled. So that's like the difference. The game situation.
You've got some sort of stripe to game ratio going on.
Right. No, I think so. Because like this part I did. It's
about 3 stripes per game.
And it was the decreases. So there really wasn't that much more to do. But that's as far as I got through baseball. So I didn't finish during baseball, but I did finish. The socks are done. But you would have probably seen that already. So we're going to random number generate the prize. So thank you for everybody who commented. It's always fun. I love seeing all the encouragement. I love that all of you were like, oh, of course you're going to get done. I was like, I would have, but they canceled a game. It was fun.
Why did they cancel? The weather was beautiful. It was hot, but it was...
Sometimes other things come up.
Yeah.
So with these coaches have conflicts, or they don't have enough players, or...
Yesterday at the soccer game, my niece texted me ahead of time. She's like, we're still playing, but we don't have a goalie. We're missing like 6 people, because the UVM state track meet was yesterday or something for high school kids.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a league, so some of the girls are at a different school and they play, and they run track.
They do other stuff.
It's the end of the year for school. So anyway, but they managed to rally some goalkeeper from some other place. She was great, actually. I was shocked. Awesome. It turns out she was a little bit older.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess no one's really keeping track.
I know. Okay, so I random numbered. I did the same thing that I did last time, which was make a list of people who commented, because that's where I'm at right now. It's a little bit neater than last week. And I random number generated it in my phone. And so the winner, according to my list of numbers, is Laura Rouse. So Laura, congratulations for the comment. If you want to message me either through email, so that's Angela@mustloveyarn.com, or send me a message through Ravelry, we'll get you a pattern. We're gonna do pattern gifts for these. That seems to be the easiest. I would love to do it as a sock pattern because that's what I was working on. So if there's a sock pattern you've had your eye on, let me know, and I'm happy to gift that to you. Or if you're just like, surprise me, I have a number of them that I enjoy and I think they're really good, and would be happy to just pick one for you.
Yeah,
so,
there's some really cute new sock patterns I've seen recently.
Absolutely. So Laura Rouse, thank you so much for commenting, and congratulations.
Thanks for
playing. It was fun.
It's always fun.
It was fun. Super fun.
We enjoy interacting.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't responded to anybody's comments because I've had that couple of weeks where I just think it's amazing that I'm here and that I have some things and that these are actually even done. And
we had a 3-day weekend in the middle of that. I sort of forgot that.
Yeah, there was not a huge
That was a very busy weekend. I don't really remember what I did, but it was busy. Yeah.
So busy.
I think I was just cleaning things out, getting ready for summer.
Baseball and...
My folks came over for dinner. Yeah.
And it was kind of hot and...
It was pleasant that weekend. It wasn't too bad.
Were you out at a baseball game for 3 hours?
No, one of those days.
Sunday was hot.
I was going to say Sunday was hot. One day was hot. I was here.
We left early. So. Abigail and I left the game early because it was so hot.
Yeah.
Just fine. I was not sad about that at all.
You've done your time.
Right. And then we had parade on Monday.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say the other 2 days were pleasant. I was outdoors Saturday and Monday, but
yeah.
Yes.
So cool.
Well, we should probably get this going because
we have a hard stop.
Here.
Okay, I'm just making myself a note because if I don't, who knows what will happen.
Right.
So. All right.